Welcome back, students. Come back to my study. With the lesson of interrogative sentences, you have got a few home tasks. Check those tasks now. Okay? Exercise 1. Exercise 1. What is the first sentence? Do they like this? Do they like this? It is an active sentence, active voice. Active voice. Here this is, what is the object? This is the object. Okay. The verb, this is the verb. You have learnt, I think. Subject, this is the subject. Subject. And this is, you know, here in interrogative sentence, that is auxiliary verb. Okay. Now come, change. Answer. This object, take this object first. This is the object. Now, does in the passive voice will become am, is, are. Okay. So now you have to take one, am or is or are. For this, come to the object and see whether it is singular number or plural number, whether it is third person or any other person. Now see, it is the third person and singular number. So you know it very well that it will be is. So is this, now the past participle of the verb like, then it will be liked. Is this liked by them? Is this liked by them? This is the passive voice. Now say, your answer is right? I think right. Now question number 2. Does John do the work? Question mark. You know which voice is it? The voice begins with the subject. It begins with the subject. So it is an active voice. Active voice. And this one is the object. And this, you know, verb. And this is aux V. Now we'll change. Answer. First, the object will come, you know, the work. And does means am, is, are. In passive voice, it will come this way. So here it is third person singular number, so it will be is. Is the work, now past participle of the verb, done. Now what? By John. This is the passive voice. Passive. Why it is passive? Because it begins with the object. Understand? Now go to task 3. Do they make any plan? It is also an active voice. Active. What is the Which one is the object? I am giving the underline. Now you say, which one is the subject? This one? No, this one. Subject. An object? This one is the object. Object. And this one is the verb, and this one verb, auxiliary verb. Now change. How will you change? First, take the object. Any plan. Any plan. Do will be am is are. So it is third person singular number. So it will be do is what will come as am is are. So here you will get is any plan, now past participle, made by them. This is passive. Is any plan made by them? Okay. Now question 4. Question 4. Does she read the lesson? Right? Does she read the lesson? It is also an active voice. Active. Now underline the object. This is the object. It will start the passive voice, and this is the verb. In the passive voice, it will be in the past participle form, and this is the subject. It will go to the passive voice with a tail by. By is the tail, like the tail of the monkey, and this is ox. Ox be auxiliary verb. Now change. See how easy it is. First the object, the lesson, the lesson. Now does is coming here as am is are in passive voice. Passive voice. So here third person singular number. So we will take am, right? No. Then are. No. Then what? It is no. It is no. It is no. It is right. Yes. Is the lesson. Now the past participle of the verb. REAT. The spelling of the past participle of this particular verb is actually the same, but it is pronounced as RED. This is this pronunciation, PRONUN, pronunciation. So is the lesson read by her? Okay, is the lesson read by her? This is the passive voice. Understand, students? I think you are happy. Now the last sentence. Do you follow the channel? Question mark. It is also an active sentence. Active voice. Okay. The same way, underline on the object, the verb, the subject, and ox. I want to write it here. I will write the answer. See, I want to see you have learnt or not. Is the channel followed by you. This is the passive voice. Understand? Now say, am I right? Now write it here, and this is the object, and this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is, the auxiliary verb. Now see, auxiliary verb here is the object, the main verb past participle, and this one by you, passive voice. Understand, students? I think you are happy and glad. Now go to the next exercise. I am also happy that you are following my lesson. Exercise 2. The first sentence of the exercise, did you take the suggestions? Did you take the suggestions? Plural. Remember this. Suggestions. Here the same thing. Did will go to the passive voice as what? Was and were in passive voice. The same, very interesting. Passive voice. Did will go to passive voice as was and were. Now here, this is the object, this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is what? Auxiliary verb, and this is subject, this is main verb, and this is the object. You have learnt this, I know. Now answer. I'll write the answer. Here the suggestions, plural. So we will take where, then the object, where the suggestions, plural, where the suggestions. Now the past participle of the main verb, taken, where the suggestions, taken by you, question mark. Okay, this is the active voice and this one is the passive voice. Now students, say, your answer is right? Okay, it is right, I know. Very easy task. Now go to question number 2. What is this question? Did she draw this design? Question mark. In the active voice, you know why? Because the sentence begins with the subject, or you may say, as I said in my definition, that the verb is here controlled by the subject. So this is the verb and this is the object, and this auxiliary verb. Now change. Answer. What is the answer? Now this design, D means was, where, the design means the singular number, the design singular number, so it is was this design, past participle, drawn by her, question mark, and it is passive. By her, past participle, object, and it became here was. Understand? Now question number Question number 3. Question number 3. What is that question? Did they taste? Did they taste the food? Question mark. Active voice. Active voice. Now the answer. What is the answer? The object will come first, the food, and did will be was where. Here it will be was. Why? Because this food is the third person singular number, was the food. Now the past participle of the main verb. Tasted, was the food tasted by them? Question mark. And this is the passive voice. Okay, students? Oh, fantastic. Now question number 4. Question number 4. Did John accept the proposal? Did John accept the proposal? Question mark. Active voice. Active voice. The proposal, accept, subject, Oxby. Okay. This is the answer. I will write this. Was the proposal, because it is third person singular number for was the proposal. Now past participle is accepted. Was the proposal accepted by John? This is passive. Okay. Now go to the last sentence, I think. Did he refuse the suggestion? I have given this word 2 times, but here it is plural. Sorry, here it is singular and there it was plural. The suggestion, it is the object and write it. Okay, write on object. Now it is the active voice. Active voice. Now the answer. What is the answer? Answer is was the suggestion refused by him? This is the passive voice. Now exercise 3. Exercise 3. Exercise 3. What is the first sentence? Are you making this boat? Are you making this boat? It is the active voice, active. Here this is the object and this is the verb and this is the subject and this is auxiliary verb. And this is, from the appearance you can understand, recognize, this is a sentence from present continuous tense. Now answer. Continuous tense. Here R means, R is here means am is are. As it present continuous tense, one being will be there. Present continuous tense, one being. This is the typical of present continuous tense. One being will be there. Continuous tense. Okay, now write the answer. So this boat, this is the object, this boat. Now you have to write one am or is or are, but this boat is a third person and singular number, so you will take is. Is this boat? Now for continuous tense, that is being, it is for continuous tense. Is this boat being made by you? This is passive. Is this boat being made by you? This is passive. Now next question. What is the next sentence? Was he chasing the dog? It is also a continuous tense, but past continuous. Was he chasing the dog? Active voice. Here it is the same thing. Chasing. This is the object, you know, object, and this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is auxiliary verb. Now the answer. What is the answer? Was means was where. Let me see the object, the dog. First write the object, the dog. So the third person singular number, so it is was the dog. Now continuous tense, for this use one, being. Use this being. Don't forget to use being when it is a continuous tense. Was the dog being chased? C-H-A-S-E-D, chased by him, question mark, and this is the passive voice. Was the dog being chased by? Was the dog being chased by him? By him. Was the dog being chased by him? Next sentence, understand? Next sentence is, that is third sentence. Third sentence is, what is the third sentence? Have they won the match? Have they won the match? This is what? This is an active voice. Okay. Now the answer. What is the answer? For the answer, you must know the object. This is the object, and this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is have means have has. Have means here have has. So now the answer. Object is the match. Before that have or has, we'll take has, as it is third person singular number. Has the match, it is a perfect tense, so has the match you must take been. Whenever it is a perfect tense, the passive voice, in the passive voice there must be one been. This is the perfective sign. So has the match been, the perfect tense, now past participle, won by them. This is the passive voice. Passive voice. Okay. Has the match been won by them? The next sentence is the fourth sentence. The fourth sentence is, had he said this? Had he said, had he said, had he said this? This is the active voice. Active voice. Here, this is the object. This is the object, and this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is had. Had has only one form, and that is had. Auxiliary verb. Okay, now we can do this. I know. Answer. What is the answer? Take the object. Take had first. Had has only one form, and that is had, so no problem. So had this. This is the object. Had this. This is the object, and it is the perfect tense. So been. Had this been. Had this been said by him. By him. Had this been said by him. This is the passive voice. Understand? Is there any problem? I think no, there is no problem. If you have any problem, read again, go back to our previous lessons, read them little carefully, and you will get the answer. Now 5. Will they sweep the hall? Will they sweep the hall? This is active. Active. Will they sweep the hall? Now the same way, this is the object, object, and this is the verb, and this is the subject, and this is shall, will, auxiliary verb. So now the answer. What is the answer? The will the hall be. This is past indefinite tense, future indefinite tense. So you must use be. This is the typical of future indefinite tense. Will the hall be, now past participle, swept by them. This is passive. Okay, will the hall be swept by them? Understand? Still another sentence is there, that is 6. What is the sentence? Will you play football? Don't say yes. You are reading now. Will you play football? This is an active voice. Active voice. Now the answer. I will mark the different items, object, subject, verb, this and that this time. What is the object? You underline. What is the subject? You underline. What is the main verb? Underline. And what is the aux? You know, underline. Now write. Direct. Well. Football. Will football. One B will be there. Will football be played by you? Will football be played by you? This is no. This is passive. Passive voice. Okay. Students, I think you are enjoying the lesson. Okay, I am also enjoying. Now come to the next exercise. Most probably this is the last exercise. Exercise 4. Exercise 4, very interesting exercise. Very interesting and very important section. So see this well. What do you make? What do you make? Active voice. Active voice. Here it is the verb, here it is the subject, here it is the auxiliary verb, and the object is this. This is new for you, object. Okay, this is the object. Now see one thing here. This sentence begins with the object, but yet it is an active voice. Why? Because voice, you have to find out who is controlling the verb. I said previously, who is controlling the verb, whether the object or the subject. Here the verb is this. Who is controlling the verb? It is controlled by what, or it is controlled by you? Yes, it is controlled by you. You is the subject. And what is the object? When a verb is controlled by a subject, you know, that is an active voice. I said previously in the definition most probably. So this sentence begins with an object, yet it is not a passive voice. It is an active voice as the verb is being controlled by the subject. Now see the answer. Passive voice will begin with object. Write down the object first. What? Object. Now do, when do goes to the passive voice, you know, do means do does. In the passive they will give am, is, are in the passive. I said previously in the passive. So what? What made? Here it is or am. It depends on the status of this object. What is made? What is made? Now done by you. What is made by you? I have written everything. I have written is, that means it is written. You written, make in the form of made written, what is written. So what is made by you. What is made by? What is made by you? It is a passive voice. Okay, understand, I think. Now take another example. I have given it. It is not example, sentence. What did they see? What did they see? Active voice. Why active? Because the verb is controlled by the subject, active. So here the same thing, you know, the object I want to underline this time. First write the object, okay, written, this is the object. Did here, did means, did in the passive voice will be was and were. You have learnt. So what, here what took there is. So was is the past tense of is. So we'll take was here. What was? What was? Now the past participle of the verb. What was seen? Then what was seen? What it is written? It is written. It is written. It will be written now by them. What was seen? What was seen by them? Okay, this is passive voice. How? Now you got the answer to the second sentence. Now the third one. Very, very easy and interesting. Now the third sentence begins with who. Interesting, see. Who ate this mango? Oh, very good thing. This is an active voice. Here the sentence begins with who, not what. Here who is the subject, just like an assertive sentence. And here it is the verb. See, subject plus verb, then this is the object. So, subject plus verb plus object, just like an assertive sentence. The structure is subject plus verb plus object. So very, very easy change as it is an assertive sentence. Like one thing here, assertive sentence, who is the subject. When it is subject it is who, but when it is object it is whom. So it will be the object, and before that use one by. So by whom, by whom, by whom this mango, object will come here, this mango. So here it is past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense, that means in the passive voice you will get either was or were. In the past indefinite tense, in the passive, past indefinite tense, passive, was and were, was, were. So here was. By whom was this mango eaten? By whom was this mango eaten? Remember, by whom, this is this by, when it is this structure, by and whom is are inseparable. They cannot be separated. Always use this way. Okay, don't forget it. Put them in your memory and lock your memory so that it may not go out. Now 4. Again with another sentence, and that begins with, say, that begins with who. Who has stolen the book? Who has stolen the book? Active voice. The thief has stolen the book. That means the thief is wise. Very good thief. He has not stolen anything. He has stolen the book. Who has stolen the book? Now, who is the subject? Who is the subject? And this is the verb. Here verb. This is the verb and this is the object. The same type, only the tense is different. Here is past indefinite. This one is past indefinite. Past indefinite, and this one is present perfect. Past indefinite, and this one is present perfect. Okay, present perfect. So the answer will be what? The answer. Who will be? See and say. Who will be? By whom? Who will be? By whom? Now you have got has, so take has. The book. The book is third person singular number. For this I took has. By whom has the book? It is a perfect tense, present perfect. You know, when there is a perfect tense, in the passive voice you will get one been. By whom has the book been stolen? By whom has the book been stolen? Understand? So this is passive voice. Easy or not? Very, very easy. Next one. You are not in front of me. I don't know what you are saying actually. Easy or difficult, but I understand that you are saying yes, it is easy. Number 5. Okay. This sentence begins with where. Where? Where did she buy the pen? Where did she buy the pen? Where did she buy the pen? This is active. Okay. Now the answer. Did means past indefinite. Past indefinite means it will become, you know, was where. Okay. And where is what? It is adverb. And you know, this is the verb and this is the, say, object. Yes, this is the object. Now change. So keep the adverb at the beginning. Where the object, the pen. I will take one was or where. It is third person singular number, so we will take was. Where was the pen? Where was the pen? Now past participle of the verb bought. B-O-U-G-S-T. Where was the pen bought? By he, sorry, she. She is the subject. It will be her, by her. This is passive. Okay. How it is? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Give your mind, you will enjoy it. Now this is 6. This one begins with when. When will you start the work? When will you start the work? An active voice. active. Now the answer is passive will be when is what? Analyze the sentence. Adverb. This is the subject. And this is, say what? Auxiliary verb. And this is the verb, the main part of the sentence. And this is the main part of the passive voice object. So the answer will be, what will be the answer? What will be the answer? Answer will be keep when, adverb at the beginning, when, will. So will be here, will, the object, the work, when will the work, future indefinite tense. So you must use this. When will the work be? When will you start the work? When will the work be verb started. When will the work be? When will the work be started? It is what? It is passive. Understand? Now 6. Now it will be 7. 7. The seventh sentence begins with why. Why will they dig the well? Why will they dig the well? Active. Why will they dig the well? Okay. Now mark is adverb and it is the subject. You know all these things. Subject, and this is, say, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. This is the main verb, and this is the object, the hero of the passive voice. The hero, the passive voice. Answer. Keep the adverb at the beginning. Why? Why will they dig the well? Okay. So why will the well object? Why will the well? Why will the well? And it is future indefinite. So you will get one. Be. Why will the well be dug? Past participle by them. Question mark. By them. It is passive voice. Passive voice. Now the last but not the least question, question number 8. How will he draw? Will he draw the picture? The picture, question mark, and this is an active voice. Active voice. Mark, it is adverb, and this is, say, subject, and this is verb, and this is the hero of the passive voice, that is object, and this one helping verb, auxiliary verb. Okay. Now answer. What is the answer? Keep the adverb at the beginning. How Will is there? Will. The object. How will the picture? How will the picture? You will get one extra thing as it is a future indefinite tense. What is that extra thing? Be. How will the picture be? How will the picture be drawn by subject he, by him. This is passive. This is the end of your task. Students, you got the solution to your task. I think you have enjoyed my class. Okay, so follow me. Your English learning will be a matter of pleasure. Stay tuned and attached. And to get regular lessons, you know what to do. Go to the channel, then subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you very much for your patience and attention. Bye.